Hello everyone and my grant subscribers. You're welcome to Uaagupdates Grant channel, where we give you the latest and updated version of the UAAG disbursement funding. If you're new on my channel, please consider subscribing by clicking the notification bell so that whenever we publish our new content, you'll be kindly notified. Thank you so much for subscribing, and God bless.
Expresses itself stronger than noise, and wisdom pierces through deception. And today we will look critically at those trending concepts that is causing confusion or scare among grant subscribers in the grant community, especially those rumors that are being tossed around by the foot soldiers of lies and deception. Men and women whose only mission in the grant community is to confuse, mislead, and manipulate innocent grant subscribers. They are currently spreading rumor that the so-called disbursement team is going to disburse the grant from South Africa to Nigerians, or even worse, that they are coming from South Africa to disburse grant here in Nigeria. And you can't help but ask, what is wrong with our own CBN? Why should a grant that is meant for Nigerians be disbursed from South Africa? What is wrong with our own bankers? And currently, Nigeria is boasting with one of the best financial experts in Africa and the world. Are our bankers suddenly unfit to handle its own disbursement? No, my people, let's pause and think. Let us not allow ourselves to be fooled. As the elders say, when a lizard nods its head, it's not agreeing with your lies. It's simply acknowledging the sun. These same people briefed you that the IMF and the World Bank arrived the country 12 days ago and will take 4 days to complete disbursement. Now, 7 days gone, 12 days gone, the 4 days has gradually become 2 weeks and still counting. They have severally manufactured lies to sustain the previous lie, and will require more lies to sustain every lie already manufactured. Very soon, they will run out of the lies and run out of their audience and relevance. Remember the likes of Abochenu back in 2016-2017. The devil you see today, soon you shall see them no more. A lie may travel for almost 20 years, but it takes the truth just a single day to catch up. You are catching up. The truth is already catching up. You can palpate it everywhere. And yes, Apostle Ken blew the trumpet on October 1st, 120 trumpets, and promised to address Nigerians in matter of days. Technically, to deliver the broadcast. How many days has gone by? Remember, he's supposed to address the masses to deliver the broadcast in few days. What's today's date? And there's no sign of him anywhere. My question is simple. In that camp, what exactly is going on? That's by the side. Disbursement is handled by our own CBN, by our own bankers, the banking institution. It's important for every grant subscriber to acknowledge this simple fact. 1, disbursement is not taking place from South Africa, and the purported disbursement team are not coming from South Africa to disburse grants to Nigerians. In the days before now, the system has been setting up adequate structured protocols to ensure there is a free flow of funds. Don't forget, we are in a very different stage of the process of disbursement. In the course of this video, I'm going to unravel much more of what you actually need to understand about why there was a delay in the process. At the moment, if you are a new member to Uaagupdates TV or haven't subscribed before, subscribe immediately and activate the notification bell, because most of the facts that you need to know will be unraveled today and in subsequent videos, and you need to stay connected to Uaagupdates TV to receive this very specific update. Thank you for being here on Omjolivia TV. Now, today, let's delve straight into the factor that you actually need to hear. What is the cause for the prolonged delay? Yes, in our previous video, we informed you that disbursement will commence first to some certain category of people in the first and second week of October, before flowing to other category of subscribers in the country. That's the NGO CEOs and the beneficiaries. This still fact remains valid, but the important fact for every grant subscriber to acknowledge at the moment is that disbursing funds to millions of Nigerians is quite different from sharing loaves of bread in the market square. It's likened to trying to channel a mighty river into thousands of smaller streams. If you are careless, some will simply flood and others will dry up. Proper structures must be set in place to ensure the fund gets to you, the beneficiaries. Otherwise, some of the CEOs in this country will simply hijack the fund to themselves and their family members, and you will stay in the grant community for almost a decade and depart empty-handed. Otherwise, the fund after disbursement will be hijacked by the grant handlers themselves, and the NGO CEOs will go empty-handed. Let me just unravel a bit or a tip of what was going on. If disbursement was to commence exactly in the week that it was scheduled to NGO CEOs, I'm not talking about other categories. As a fact, most NGO CEOs, especially those who legitimately registered for this grant, even undergo verification and screening, will not have received alerts. Ask your grant handler. Most of those grant handlers, your own grant handler, did not submit the data of legitimately registered NGO CEOs. They manipulated the process and submitted account details, NGO account details, different from those who legitimately registered for this grant. Therefore, the delay is actually to your own advantage as a CEO. The delay is not a punishment, it's a shield to protect you, the NGO CEOs, from the criminal intent of your own grant handler. The delay is a shield to protect you, the beneficiaries, from the criminal intent of some NGO CEOs you subscribe under. And we have to appreciate the federal government of Nigeria. Yes, they already know their people. They know what a typical black man and black woman can do. And they are actually setting up tangible, palpable structures to safeguard and protect all parties, the grant handler, the NGO CEOs, and the beneficiaries. As the proverb say, a child who rushes into eating hot yam will risk burning his own mouth. Patience makes the meal sweet. Be patient just a little while. Disbursement is here. Meanwhile, it's important to understand one basic fact. Disbursement is no longer an activity of grant handlers, of non-governmental organizations. It's now a full-fledged federal government project or activity. Get that clear. Therefore, you can equally say the federal government of Nigeria is going to disburse grants to Nigerians. You are not wrong if you say the federal government of Nigeria is going to disburse grants to millions of Nigerians by collaborating with the grant handlers, the NGO CEOs, to disburse to beneficiaries. If someone somewhere is telling you that disbursement is starting in South Africa, is going to be disbursed by the IMF or the World Bank, ask them with what authority, through which national channel. And beware, Nigeria as a country has systems, laws, and well-structured institutions guiding its activities. Our nation is not an orphan. It's an insult for anyone to claim that Nigerians will receive disbursement through the influence of foreign structures. And now to the big question everyone is asking: when is disbursement finally commencing? Listen carefully. the disbursement you are seeking is already staring at you at the face, just like an innocent infant is staring at the mother. That's the truth. Disbursement is already here. The season of alert has finally arrived. All signs reveals that before the end of October, the flow will trickle down to the NGOs and the beneficiaries. The flow has already begun, as I've stated earlier. There is an hierarchy, and the hierarchy is already moving from the federal structure to the grant handlers, to the NGO CEOs, and finally to you, the beneficiaries. The fact remains, October will deliver. In subsequent days, within this week, we are going to return to this channel to give you a proper guide on when you will receive your alert as a CEO or as a beneficiary, considering the flow of this alert on daily basis. Don't forget, what is going on at the moment is not different from what you experience on daily basis, either as a company, a saving or current account holder, or a corporate account holder in the banks. There are limits to the amount you can withdraw on a day. You might have noticed after conducting bout of withdrawal, you are being told that you have exceeded your limit of withdrawal for the day until the next day. The disbursement we are expecting is obeying the same protocol. Nigeria is guided by laws, principles, and financial policies, and every organization, whether it is the government, must obey this threshold. Equally guided by these regulatory policies, these financial principles that guides every other individual or organizations in the country. The system might seem quiet. There's a threshold that guides these transactions. So that is why I'm encouraging you as the beneficiary to be patient for a little while. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe. In the days ahead, we will return to very specific updates that will enable you to know when exactly you as NGO CEO or beneficiary will receive your own alert. And beware those that are telling you they have grants to disburse to the masses. Remember, the truth is like an oil. You may suppress or cover it for a while, but it will definitely flow to the surface. It must rise to the surface eventually, and it's already rising right now. Very soon, you will know if the grant handler that is telling you is going to disburse the fund is the one going to disburse to you. Very soon, you will discover if the billions and the trillions, you will receive them or not. Very soon you will know if you are receiving grant or palliative. At the moment, the reality for you to hold on to as a beneficiary today, currently, is that disbursement is already staring you at the face, just like an infant is innocently staring at the mother. Don't disturb yourself with all this circulating news. October is the month of flow. Currently, the federal government is trying to position structures to safeguard you, the beneficiaries, and the CEOs. It's safeguarding the system to ensure you CEOs receive funds, and it's equally safeguarding the system to ensure you beneficiaries receive alerts. We will unveil to you immediately this stage is over, which, as we are facing the new week, the next category will start receiving their own alerts. Stay tuned to Home Delivery TV, where information is pure, where truth is sacred, and where hope remains alive. To all those who were connected by this channel to subscribe to various activities, you are guaranteed of alerts. Blind your ears from those noises, from those billions and trillions you are hearing. Narrow your expectation to the sketch of reality. But whatever is coming is reasonable, is going to empower you as an existing business to expand, or as a startup to create meaningful business ventures for yourself. Stay encouraged, my people. October carries a prophetic weight. Remember what the scripture says in Habakkuk 2 verse 3, King James Version. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not tarry. The disbursement vision has matured and is actualized. The process has entered its final season, its final lapse. The appointed time is here. October will speak. October will deliver. Yes, a lot of you are still in the grant ecosystem and still believing on disbursement because of this channel. Stay steady, stay believing, for even a river that flows slowly never forgets its destination. The greatest question I keep asking is, have you positioned yourself enough to reap bountifully when the harvest eventually comes? That is why I redirected you to those admins. Chat the admins of those groups up. Hence, they will best set you up, ready for a bountiful harvest when disbursement begins. You can't be in an ocean and soap will be entering your eyes. You can't be on this channel for all this while and be departing here with stipends, with tokens. If you haven't still registered as a CEO, if you have a company right now, chat those admins up. It's not mandatory for you to remain a beneficiary at this stage in the grant ecosystem, having discovered all this truth. It's not yet late. As long as disbursements haven't started yet for beneficiaries, you still have access to moving from being a beneficiary to being a CEO for the benefit of your community. Your community can be empowered just because of you. Don't allow these particular 2-3 days to pass you by, because from the way activities are unfolding, this might be your week. I'm saying this might be your week. He who holds the plough and hold on to it shall reap bountifully when the harvest begins. Currently, as we are talking, the systems are aligning. The flow is active and your reward is near. Once again, before October closes its eyes, your own alert will find you. Continue to expose deception, speak the truth, and encourage faith. Hold on strong, keep your hope alive, and keep your faith steady. For what is coming will silence every doubt. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe immediately and turn on the notification bell. Hence, in the coming days when we publish our new updates, you will be immediately notified.